Good people, what is going on at another episode of the All Go Podcast? I'm your host, Desmond. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Today, talking about the Lions loss on Sunday. Lions lose to the Bills. I believe it was 48-42 was the final score. Lions essentially got off to a really slow start, offensively and defensively. I mean, before the blink of an eye, we were down 14-0, and that went to, I believe, 21-7. We offensively, what I expected defensively was to have struggles just because, as all Lions fans know, but the mainstream media doesn't know, we have a ton of guys that are injured, on injured reserve. We added a couple more guys that are now injured as well to that list. Lee McNeil, Carlton Davis, both got injured in the game. David Montgomery is now injured as well. Obviously, he's on offense, but with the defense, the thought was just to hold on as long as you can. Hope that Josh Allen will make a couple mistakes and potentially we could corral him. Neither of those things happened. He made zero mistakes in that game. We could not corral him. Couldn't really get any pressure on him. He held the ball. And some of the big plays that they did have in the passing game were Josh Allen getting out of the pocket and just making great plays. I mean, when he is on, that dude is terrific. And for as many rushing yards as he had, I think he had about 50, 60 rushing yards. I actually was more concerned that he would pop a big run throughout the game, and really he didn't do it all that often, I guess is the point. But just a tough loss, and the offense just couldn't get going when we really needed them to get going to try to keep pace with Buffalo. I think Buffalo got out to a pretty big lead, and I think went to more of a vanilla defense where we were able to kind of hit some chunk yardage and score some touchdowns. But Buffalo's a good team. I personally did expect to go into that game and win. I thought we are the home team. We have a terrific home atmosphere. We have a really good team. So I expected us to go in and win. So I was wrong there. But we got 3 games left, all NFC teams. We've got, 2 against the Bears, I believe, and 1 – I'm sorry. We have 1 against the Bears. We have 1 against the San Francisco 49ers. And then our last game is against Minnesota. If we win out, we still would keep that 1 seed. So feel pretty good there. We just need to get healthy. And I know there's within the game, there was most of the talk has been the onside kick with about 12 minutes left. I think we were down by 10 at that point. In the moment watching the game in real time, I didn't think we should have gone for the onside kick. And a lot of people are comparing that to the 4th down call against Green Bay, which I actually don't think those calls are similar. I get they're both on 4th down, but my thought is with the Green Bay call, there's so much of that play that is in our control. Your blocking assignments, the play that you call, defensive alignment. So you know where you're going with the ball. They don't. And you're putting trust in, David Montgomery, who's been terrific for us since he's been here, our offensive line, which has been terrific in these last couple of years. And there's just so much in your control in that 4th down call. So even if you want to say you've got a 50% chance of converting that, 50% to get it, 50 to not, I'll take it. I think it's probably closer to 70, 80% that we would get it, just because it's only a yard or 2. Our offense is pretty good. But with the onside kick, there's a couple factors that go into it. Number one is with the new kickoff rule, with that has brought the new onside kick rule where you have to declare that you're going to kick an onside kick, because the teams don't line up the same way that they used to. Because of the new kickoff rule. So you have to declare that you're going to kick it onside, which lets obviously the other team know that you're going to kick it onside. And the percentage, and I've seen some different percentages on it. I've seen 7%, I've seen 8, 9. let's just say it's a less than 10% chance of you getting that onside kick. And just with those odds, I feel like you're better off kicking the ball deep, because I think there's probably a higher percentage chance that just Josh Allen would miss a play, or miss a pass. A defender gets a pass tipped, make a play, maybe somebody drops it. I think there's more of a percentage chance that happens than it is you actually getting. I think there's higher than a 10% chance of that happening. And of the drives that the Buffalo had, we make no mistake, we had basically did not stop them. They missed a field goal, and I think we made them punt once. But at the time that we kicked it, I think in the last 3 drives, Buffalo did score a touchdown, but we also made them punt within that last 3 possessions and had them kick a field goal. So ideally you would get a stop, right? 3 and out. You get the ball you're down 10, and let's say 3-4 minutes have gone off the clock. You got 8 minutes. The next worst case would be Buffalo drives down, kicks a field goal, which we would be down 13 at that point, which still you're in pretty good shape. Obviously, if you give up a touchdown, it's pretty much over, which is what happened, because the receiver ended up returning down to the 5-yard line, and then they scored on the next play. But I did think that was the wrong call, but I didn't think it was anything egregious where we need to be calling Dan Campbell any names or anything like that. I've seen some people going a bit far out on the ledge there, but I personally just thought it was the wrong call. But I do understand why he did go for it. I just think with the percentages that low of 7%, 9%, it's just for me personally, that is just too low of a chance for me to make that decision with as much time left as we had. So it's tough. Lions were, like you said, were banged up defensively. So I understand doing that. I don't think it's and I've never played defense or anything like that as far as, college or anything like that. So maybe I don't know how a defense would take that. I don't know that the defense is looking at it saying he doesn't trust us. I would imagine that the defense is just saying he's going for it. We're being aggressive. I mean, that's been his, what he does for just about his entire tenure here with the Lions. So I'm not sure it's that, where the defense looks at it like a slap in the face, but who knows? So tough loss for the Lions. Definitely all is not lost. The 1 seed is critical. We need that bye. So it'll be important to take care of business with, I think we have the Bears next. So we go Bears, San Francisco, and Minnesota. So it's taking one game at a time. If we go 3-0, we've got the 1 seed. We're going to be, sitting at home and hopefully getting a couple guys back during that bye week. So I'm expecting the Lions to go 3-0. I mean, that's where we are. We're a good team, and I expect good teams to win. So get a big week playing the Bears, and we will see what happens. But that is it for me. Appreciate it. Peace.